Ohene baako odi nkomo omanchimonka highway no so na last year by this time obedi nkomo after 2024 elections no na endra eye 7th December Ghana for san koto aba His Excellency John Dramani Mahama no wasen aba Monchimonka highway no so bio and Kennedy Akompraku Agyapong bebi obiara no onsha ne sapo musuo Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and then wife Samira bebi obiara no omonsha omosapo musuo NPP 5 presidential aspirants ni nyina no omanya miss call. Samson a former president John Kufuor wakasa on another danko Kufuor Addo na memwo hu. And some are asking say intina onim we nyina na wan kasa. Masrawa sa obeshe video we na chira wadwema your comment section. Or subscribe here, kindly subscribe to Trends GH on YouTube, Facebook and TikTok. Bibia Trends GH. So this particular story we nebusu yembie some so. Now comment section walk around a month wedding care boss of parliament to muchem say how did this man become a chief? And obi so abetro was say chiefs don't do politics. Be careful. Now ebuso nyina is about Nana Obodade oye kronte hene for Akyem Asuom. Now eba no so parliament ni gumbi on governance there and then nana politics no otosa kachumshos any gumbelicious. Now, what back here after 2024 elections, no, Obebo Gumbe and also parliament. And on a endra, exactly 1 year. Metre 7th December, Ghana for Yako Abattoir, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, or winning elections. No. So endra, na exactly 1 year. And no, minianon bloggers DB, Ebusia, Omubopini, Nana Obodade, I know the Ochem say, Mombre, Nana de Momba to Tomano, Damekano me one samka. I want a bloggers ni whom. Angler opesa or hit no movie so nana na ebe no NPP presidential primaries know the watch 5 presidential aspirants now who carry omo a who ne sign e nana obodade krontinyi of Akyem Asuom o chem say 5 presidential aspirants omunya miss call.
Look, the NPP of Darocha, Sakiskek, Victor Wusu, Kofi Buzia, Professor Edubuahe, Alajete, J.A. Kufuor, those men of value, those men of integrity are not what we have today. I tell you without mincing words, the 5 people who are contesting, wanting to be flag bearers, are just Sankwas compared to those. I call them the Sankwas 5. If President Mahama should decide to contest, this is how the scale will be. All the Sankwas 5. Dr. Bawumia, Honorable Kennedy Agyapong, Dr. Brian Champong, Adichum, Honorable Kwabneje, all 5 of them should not even go and choose one. It should be all 5 of them on one ballot paper against President Mahama. And this is how the scale will be. All of them there, and then Mahama here.
And don't have the only Kennedy Akompraku Agyapong, Mr. Showdown, Esiwa, and someone all can about Kennedy Akompraku Agyapong. So, person many Ghana man pedino, Esewini, and so catch it. Me, Manu Wedi Swa, into Minka.
You see, a vote for Kennedy Agyapong to become president is a vote for irresponsibility and incivility. It will send the wrong signal, the wrong doctrine, the wrong teaching to the young ones. It will tell them that all you need to become a president in this country called Ghana is to be the most insulting, the most vulgar, grab all the contracts you can, and the allegations that you don't do those contracts and then you keep the money and boast, brag that you are the richest person. Then you can become a president. That is not right. That is against our tradition and our morals. As we speak, the most ungentlemanly politician in this country called Ghana wants to be the first gentleman of the land. You see the bitter irony? It's paradoxical. It cannot happen. You see, at some point in time, some of us were wondering why Honorable Kennedy Agyapong will not fight and be given a ministerial position. And you know, the information we had was that he was scared of what the vetting committee would uncover, unearth around him. There's so many secrets he has in his closet would come out, and that will bring a lot of embarrassment and shame. So he would not even go there at all. So trying to become president is one way of passing through the back door, because nobody will really actually vet him and put the questions to him face to face. He only has to campaign, throw some money around, and if he gets the chance, he is president.
Saso and someone oka about Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and then a wife, or former second lady, Her Excellency Samira Bawumia.
Dr. Bawumia, he came, he made all the noises possible. He claimed he was the economic messiah. He gave lectures after lectures, told us how he had worked at Bank of Ghana and other international organizations. And then when he got given the chance, what happened? Inflation, unemployment, debt stock, balance of payments, import bill, foreign reserve, they were all facing the wrong side. Look, I have arrested the city. It's been locked up and the key is with the IGP. Only for the city to break jail, grow wings, and fly out from 4 cities to $1 to about 17 cities when he left office. You see, you know, we all like the game of football. And a few times we get familiar with the so-called player who will be on the touchline. He will make all the noise, point out all the mistakes. Oh, you should have passed. Oh, you should have headed rather than chest. Oh, you should shoot. And then the coach decides that, okay, looks like you are good. Come on. And then he comes on. And then the opponent starts giving him sulia. And even when there is a stable ball and an empty net, and he has to just shoot it in, and he just kicks the air and leaves the ball there. That's Ampahon. And then the people, the players and the coach, they get fed up. And then they send him back to the touchlines. You see, when that person starts making noise again, don't you think people will think there's something wrong with him? Maybe he's just an empty barrel, just fond of making noise, just noise. I'm very sure that Dr. Bawumia himself would have gone and sat somewhere quietly if it wasn't for the wife who wants to be a first lady rather so very badly. I think the wife's ambition overshadows his own. As a matter of fact, if President, Dr. Bawumia becomes president, he will be the third person in control. I think so. I think the first person in charge of the actual country will be President Akufo Addo and his Gabi Otridaku and co. They will actually be in charge. And then the second person will be, of course, his wife, who will be our first slave queen lady. And before it comes to Dr. Bawumia himself. Look, when you have done enough, you should know when your time is up, especially as he's been given the chance.
After the firement to NPP presidential aspirants, Ochim said, our message, Emma Honorable Johnson is saying Ketia, our national chairman for the National Democratic Congress, Metro NDC. Ningina say busua wo hwe ya monchimonka highway no so ne hunhun bi na de a ekoso a eyade a entia ne say Johnson Esedu Ketia obe contest as NDC omo flag bearer for 2028 elections. Eno na obodade onu de ochem say Johnson Esedu Ketia on telemku na no de ontie nsem wo ya owoma no.
I would plead with General Esedu Ketia, and this is my humble plea. my opinion, I wish he doesn't contest for the flag bearership. I wish. Why do I say that? Ever since the passing on of His Excellency President Rawlings, General Asiedun Ketia has become our Abusuapeni. And as an Abusuapeni, se ahinkonya etwa na aperi ne ba. Abusuapeni anhwe ye no koprebia, abusuane timibo. He should be that center pillar that can hold the periphery. If President Mahama doesn't contest, there will be a lot of scramble. And 2028 can only be lost by the NDC if the NDC chooses to lose it. And I wish he will be that gel which will pull all the scrambled parts together. He can remain as the general, as the chairman, because I doubt if anybody can dare contest and overcome him anyway. And by so doing, be the institution or the head of that institution that can bring that togetherness that we need after the scramble. Quite honestly, if he should run and lose, it will be almost a political suicide. But he's too valuable to be lost that way. So I would beg him to reconsider. Of course, if he decides to go, we will all still be with him and campaign when he wins, with him, by him, and for him, because NDC is the ultimate winner and Ghana will be the ultimate winner. But that is just my humble plea.
Now, young former president John Agyapong Kufuor nakache. Eba no NPP amambuo padia. Obiani wa obetumi eyi former president John Agyapong Kufuor efrim. Saso na eba no Ghana amambu dia. Na wobaka ya former president John Agyapong Kufuor yebeto abemu na ade nyina no ade a ewomu a enoma bi a nationalistic topic no na wabekire na adwen wo ho. But eba no governance amambuo pa na ade ne dia former president na oboho bat on shut down kodi pisa. Eno na bi kura chem se ebia na ne party ewo power enu nti na nsem ni bi ho mu a ontumi nka no ebi so so debi ebia na former president John Agyapong Kufuor ade a otu na ban na fo behind the scene enu nti nya se wayi nani efina na do danko Kufuor Addo na membo so enu na ebuso ho be hwa ye beto abemu krampo no o endorse Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. So 2024 elections are ankoye ama NPP no. So over the weekend and yankasa ye mama ye sister ya de nyina delay or interview former president John Agyapong Kufuor. Eho ena delay or bisa former president John Agyapong Kufuor say eba na nado dankwa Kufuor Addo ono so ye oso ne ba na memwo for 8 years any baby a NPP current state pa omuwo mu no ono president Kufuor enema ben na ankoye amano na ensama obroso wo hono ena ebi say it's no nim say all this was sa no mani nyina no enya at least one voice out na ende the voice out
enti after waba efie ahomegye mu na MPP party na mo abra from Victor Ousmo time one dey be see na mo dey eja enchima no na Akufo Addo be take over no na wo hwe said ya omo erane omo niema fire as obi a wadi party na chache no uhu ne se omo adwuma ye
me pacho se ne okay wo hwe 2016 election year dey na ba pon ya ko hwe niema omo use to do their campaign bibia na Kufuor yes na Kufuor yes positives nko
yeah
na pon ko di binum nsam na afei
ena bibisa se nti omo ba ye na afei power ne ko di omo nsam wie wo hwe amamu a MPP as a party ebu ya wawo MPP party President Kufuor MPP
ne shase no nanka ekofan
okay
da binum se covid tade bi hu bi e bae no ka ho na afei I no akasa Kufuor Addo manage COVID no ye.
Okay.
Near me hu near the but no mo actually no and near man be casamity as an ameboa.
To say the
So it is a bond market issues nearby. It is a cathedral. So near it's a kukuru no near the no nafi anti anye.
Now what peneso say yensi
That
Cathedral.
be anya they are consult me.
Okay, but
some
the
men
idea
cabinet no answer obon say bibi sa akoso.
But what you say you be see Cathedral now who say ade here na.
Me pacho bon mu utie se ne music kura na me dem ka se bi kura privately no mu dey.
Okay.
And to akofa as a government and as there. But so to me see yeah, but we as in public resources no mu dey.
Okay.
And kobubu Bangladesh judges near the team. But we as no adians near intimacy.
And then you.
And bibi sa PDS bi so akoba no so man ye.
Okay.
Nti na ye bebre but me say na me ka me ma sabio marita kokra metio na me hwe nti sa na dia ba ko so a ye me won say wo hwe say 2016 landslide near the winning sa election near by power na 2020 election na tensions ni nyama bi aba na fei ya ba hang parliament ya NDC battery ya. It took just one vote, one seat in parliament to distinguish president only a majority, but now a reduced majority. Then 4 years later, last year, and the way no trust a Ghana electorate, you cannot take
them for granted.
it for granted. Be a lesson to politicians.
So we said then the NPP ni betimi aya as a party, o betimi asan agina omo na so.
Akure.
Okay.
And my camp says my coach the Rocha, your chairman the Rocha from 92 on all can say that we are in a party doesn't mean we are friends. I may not like you, may not like me, but to be a party in the principles, you know, democracy, rule of law, respect for private sector, me pe ope. Nti yanyen na for cry nam principles on say the badjuma dia. Yan hwe yan kamom. Na mfantra Ghana for ebe person man.
Okay.
Me anto na tumi no ba. Ya tumi dia govern na sa principles si ya tumi dia asum Ghana ma Ghana for ani age ho.
Ọchami a onima asamka osena na wasumu a former president John Agyapong Kufuor a oye osono ba ena wa cheche nsem wo se ebe na nado danko Kufuor Addo na membuo ni bia ode se so na ono former president John Agyapong Kufuor onte ase ebe no domestic debt exchange program na no onte ase ebe no Ken Oforiata euro bond na ade sika okobori bosa na ade na odwe ho onte ase ebe no national cathedral so a ono former president Krampo no o man consult no any afi ebe no PDS so a nea omuko creative company bi a chese sana certificate Krampo no busua enya fit no account kra no sikenim na ade no chese no so kra no ochemu a odwe ho a onte ase but ebe no covid dia na nado dankwa Kufuor Addo o manage ni ye but ne o kan say na nado dankwa Kufuor Addo na membu ne de enumi bi ho mo a Oman consulted or not former president John Agyapong Kufuor. But about 2016 campaign idea na do danko Kufuor Addo ye na. E yo no ne achievements e na NPP omu use ye de campaign. Ntafi de ba ne senya tumi bedi omu nsem wie ya. Omode ono former president John Agyapong Kufuor esi nchen. Ti o kan say amembu pa ne de na enumi bi ho ma ekoso a onte ase. Masrawa so be share video we na oba chewa dwen amam your comment section ho. When subscribe here, kindly subscribe to Trends GH on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. Bibia Trends GH. Madawase, Sabrina bringing out about Trends GH for your latest update. Macron.